Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new lesson, differentiation of part 1. Definitions and derivative of standard functions we have already learned in 11th standard. Let us revise that. If y is equal to f of x be a real valued function and h is small increment in x, then limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x upon h, if it exists, is called the derivative of the function f with respect to x and is represented by dy by dx or f dash x. That is, h is a small quantity, small real number. Then this, if the limit exists, then we call this limit as the derivative of function f of x with respect to x is very important. That is, we differentiate with respect to the variable present in the function. So let us represent this way. F dash x is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. Now the derivative of f of x with respect to x at a point x is equal to a is given by f dash of a is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of a plus h minus f of a upon h. Now the derivative of a function is also the rate of change in a function with respect to the corresponding variable. We have learned these things last year. In 11th, we have used this concept in calculating marginal demand and marginal cost of a commodity. Let us recall the derivatives of some standard functions that we have learned in 11th standard. Functions are given in the first column and the corresponding derivatives in the second column. Derivative of a constant is 0. Derivative of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. Derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. Derivative of 1 by x raised to n is minus n by x raised to n plus 1. Derivative of root x, 1 by 2 root x. Derivative of trigonometric functions we'll consider now. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Derivative of tan x, sec square x. Derivative of sec x, sec x into tan x. Derivative of cosec x is minus cosec x cot x. Derivative of cot x is minus cosec square x. Now exponential and logarithmic functions derivative. E raised to x derivative is e raised to x only. A raised to x is derivative a raised to x into log x. Log x derivative is 1 by x. Log x to the base a derivative is 1 by x log a. These formula you have to learn to solve the sums in the coming exercises. Next one is the rules of differentiation. If u and v are differentiable functions of x such that y is the sum or difference of u and v, then derivative of y with respect to x will be, that is dy by dx will be equal, which is equal to du by dx plus or minus dv by dx. If y is the sum of u and v, then dy by dx will be the sum of du by dx and dv by dx. And if y is the difference of u and v, then dy by dx is the difference of du by dx and dv by dx. Now second one, if y is the product of u and v, that is u and v are multiplied to get the function y, then dy by dx is equal to u into derivative of dx, derivative of v with respect to x plus v into derivative of u with respect to x, that is u into dv by dx, first function into derivative of second, plus v into du by dx, that is second function into derivative of first function. Now third one is the quotient form. If y is the quotient of u and v, where v should not be 0, then dy by dx is equal to v into du by dx. We will start from the denominator. V into du by dx minus u into dv by dx whole divided by v square, that is denominator square. In 12th standard, we are going to start finding the derivatives of composite functions. Composite functions means function of another function. See, so far we have studied the derivatives of simple functions like sin x, log x, e raised to etc. in 11th standard. But how about the derivatives of sin root x, log sin x square plus 5 or e raised to tan x etc. That means in place of x, here sin x we can see, but in place of x here we have root x. Root x itself is a function of x. That means sin root x is a function of x. And log sin x square plus 5. Here log x we know it's a standard function, but in place of x again a function of x. Similarly, e raised to x is a standard function, but e raised to tan x is a function of function. Such functions are called composite functions. So in this section, we are going to learn how to differentiate this composite function. For that, we learn the first result, which is known as chain rule. If u equal to f of u is a differentiable function of u and u is equal if y is equal to f of u is a differentiable function of u and u itself is a differentiable function of x represented by g of x, such that the composite function y is equal to f of g of x is a differentiable function of x, then we can calculate the derivative of y with respect to x is equal to dy by du into du by dx. dy by du means derivative of y with respect to u, because it is mentioned that y is a differentiable function of u. So we consider u as the variable here and find the derivative of y with respect to u using the standard formula. And u itself again a function of x, so we will differentiate u with respect to x and substitute here. Okay, then we will get the value of the function dy by dx derivative. Dy by dx is equal to dy by du into du by dx. Now we can represent the derivative, express the derivative of composite function in another way, that is dy by dx is equal to f dash of g of x into g dash x. That means f dash of g of x means derivative of f with respect to g of x and multiplied by derivative of g with respect to x. So this is the another way of expressing the composite function's derivative. Now we will generalize the chain rule as by considering the n functions. If y is a differentiable function of u1 and ui is a differentiable function of ui plus 1 for I is equal to 1, 2, 3 etc. n minus 1. Means if you substitute I is equal to 1, it will be u1 and ui plus 1 will be u2. That means u1 is a differentiable function of u2 and u2 is a differentiable function of u3 etc. un minus 1 is a differentiable function of un. Means n functions are considered, out of which last un is directly given as a function of x, and then dy by dx is given by, first we will differentiate y with respect to u1, then u1 differentiate u1 with respect to u2, u2 differentiate with respect to u3 etc. dun minus 1 upon dun into dun upon dx, because un is the direct function of x. Okay, this is the generalization if we consider n functions of x, n composite function it is. Now let us learn the formulae of the derivatives of some standard composite function. That is, we have learned the derivative of standard function, but here instead of x function of function, that is x, in place of x we get a function itself. So let us learn the formula. Y is equal to f of x raised to n, then derivative is n into f of x raised to n minus 1 into derivative of that function f of x. Whichever function is given in place, its derivative we will multiply with it. Okay. Now y is root, in place of root x it is root f of x. So first we will find differentiate this function with respect to f of x. That means 1 by 2 root f of x into f dash x. We will differentiate f of x inside this root and multiply this with 1 by 2 root f of x. Similarly, we can go to the other functions. 1 by x raised to n form it is. So it will be minus n by f of x raised to n plus 1 into f dash x. Then trigonometric functions, sin x. In place of sin x we have sin f of x. Then cos f of x into f dash x. We can't stop till cos f of x. We have to differentiate f of x and multiply it. Similarly, derivative of cos f of x is minus sin f of x into f dash x. And derivative of tan f of x is sec square f of x into f dash x. That is, along with all these, f dash x will be multiplied. Now, derivative of cot f of x is minus cosec square f of x into f dash x. And derivative of sec f of x is sec f of x is sec f of x into tan f of x into f dash x. Now derivative of cosec f of x is minus cosec f of x into cot f of x into f dash x. We know why this negative came. Now derivative of a raised to f of x, which is of the form a raised to x. We learned it's if it is a raised to x, it is a raised to x log a. But it is not a raised to x. In place of x, we have got a function. So a raised to f of x derivative is a raised to f of x into log a into f dash x. Next, e raised to f of x. E raised to f of x into f dash x. Log f of x. 1 by f of x into f dash x. Now log f of x to the base a is f dash x, that is 1 by log a f of x into f dash x way. You have to learn this formula. Now we will start solving the exercise 3.1. Question number 1. Find dy by dx if y is, first one, y is equal to root of x plus 1 by x. So given function we will write. Then in place of root x we have x plus 1 by x. So we will consider the inner part as u. So y will become root u and we can differentiate this y with respect to u, where y is a differentiable function of u and u is a differentiable function of x. Then as per the definition or chain rule, dy by dx is equal to dy by du into du by dx. Now we consider y is equal to root u and differentiate this y with respect to u. Then dy by du will be d by du of root u. That is d by du of root x, like root x. If it is root x, then we will write 1 upon 2 root x. Similarly, it is root u, so we are differentiating with respect to u. So the answer will be 1 upon 2 root u. And root u is u raised to 1 upon 2, and it can be written as 1 upon 2 into u raised to minus 1 upon 2, which is equal to 1 by 2 into x plus 1 by x whole raised to minus 1 by 2. Because our function is y is equal to root of x plus 1 by x. Now u we will consider, and with respect to this, with respect to differentiate with respect to x. Du by dx will be x derivative. We can, this is simple function, so we can differentiate sum of two simple functions, so we can differentiate it easily by finding the derivative in each term. x, derivative of x is 1, derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square is equal to 1 minus 1 by x square. Now the equation 1, that is dy by dx equal to dy by du into du by dx becomes dy by dx is equal to, we will substitute the functions obtained in dy by du and du by dx. That is 1 by 2 into x plus 1 by 2 raised to minus half into 1 minus 1 by x square. Okay. Question number 2. Y is equal to cube root of a square plus x square. So, solution is, we'll write the given function y is equal to cube root of a square plus x square. Now, we will consider the inside function as u. So, the function y will become cube root of u. It is just like cube root of x. Now, y is a differentiable function of u and u is a differentiable function of x, because a square plus x we can differentiate. So, we can say that y is a differentiable function of u and u again is a differentiable function of x. Now, then we can write dy by dx as by chain rule dy by du into du by dx. Okay. Now, y is equal to cube root of u. Y is equal to cube root of u. Why? Because we have already taken u is equal to a square plus x square. So, y is equal to cube root of u, and which can be written as u raised to 1 upon 3. Cube root of u can be written as u raised to 1 upon 3. Now, we will differentiate this y with respect to u. Then dy by du is equal to d by du of cube root of u, and which is equal to u d by du of u raised to 1 upon 3. That is like x raised to n. So it will be n into x raised to n minus 1, but here it is u. So we will write 1 upon 3 into u raised to 1 upon 3 minus 1, n into u raised to n minus 1 form. So 1 upon 3 into u raised to, on simplification you will get this part as minus 2 upon 3, which is equal to 1 upon 3, and we will resubstitute u, that is a square plus x square whole raised to minus 2 upon 3. Now, u is equal to a square plus x square. So, we will differentiate with respect to x. So, du by dx is equal to d by dx of a square plus x square. And we know a square itself is a constant, completely a constant. So, its derivative is 0. And x square derivative will be 2x. Now, the equation 1, that is dy by dx is equal to dy by du into du by dx. We will substitute the functions, that is derivatives dy by du and du by dx, which is equal to 1 by 3 into dy by du is 1 by 3 into a square plus x square whole raised to minus 2 by 3 into du by dx is 2x. So, these two functions we will multiply to get dy by dx. On simplification, you can get 2x upon 3. 2x can be taken in front. 2x upon 3 into a square plus x square whole raised to minus 2 upon 3. Now, question number 1, third one is the same question which is done in the solved example 1. So, just go through that and you solve this sum yourself. And the remaining sums we will solve in the next video. Thank you.